Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. More details.
This is the world's favorite place to go to for podcasting and live streaming. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Today coming to you from the 28th annual Keels Wheels Concours d'Elegance at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. Ahead, we got another guest for you from this year's show. Mars has This Week in Auto History. I'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news headlines. And we're also going to squeeze in my car review, the Infiniti QX60. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Seekin. Behind me back. Let me stand up.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we always need David Ainsley.
More David.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. Thanks so much. We appreciate you. It's a beautiful day. There's no rain currently in the area. The sun is out.
Yep.
People are streaming in, enjoying these beautiful cars.
Oh,
Over 200 of them for the 28th annual Keels and Wheels Automotive and Boat in the Water Boat Show.
Yep.
Time now for this hour's car review. Had a chance to drive the 2024 Infiniti QX60. I have to tell you right up front, this is probably one of my favorite SUVs, luxury SUVs on the market today. Comes in these trim levels: the Pure, the Luxe, the Sensory, and the Autograph. I had the Autograph all-wheel drive. This is considered by your government as a standard SUV. What exactly does that mean, a standard SUV?
Well, that's another one of those government terms.
Yeah.
Well, they all have to have the same things.
No, they don't.
No?
No. Makes no sense because there's also the Suburban is classified as a standard SUV. This is not a body-on-frame vehicle. So they don't really designate that in this classification. It's like, what?
Like you said, it's a government term. It's
Thank you.
Government at work.
What we like to refer to as a mid-size SUV. Yes, it does have 3 rows. They did cram a third row in there. Seats 2 people back there if you can get back there. So it seats a total of 7 people. It was completely redesigned in 2022, so it's in its 3rd year of reorganization, if you will, the QX60. One of the best-looking mid-size 3-row SUVs on the market. Formal-looking grille with just enough chrome to let you know it is luxury. Our Autograph trim had a black painted roof on it, gave it that little touch of class. Beautiful wheels and faux front skid plates. What I liked about it, the classy-looking rear gate with subtle chrome bling accents. I wrote that.
Oh, nice.
What could use improvement? Nothing. I'll take one, please. Interior highlights: beautiful quilted leather upholstery with classy trim up on the Autograph level. As I mentioned, Autograph being the top notch. Limousine-style window shades on the rear glass, full-length sunroof, well-laid-out dash, easy-to-use infotainment system. What can go wrong here? Nothing. Clamshell center console, so the doors open clamshell style. Cargo room, tiny with the 3rd row up, plentiful with the 3rd row down. You know, most of the time your 3rd row is going to be down, so you got plenty of room to pack up the luggage, go skiing, go off to the beach, take a trip to Paris, whatever the case may be. What I like, standalone infotainment screen sits atop the dash. What could use improvement? The quilting on the top of the dash that's underneath the screen, it just kind of takes it over the top a little bit too much for my taste. Maybe somebody in Japan figured that this would be a good look. Good for you. That's not my cup of tea, but it does not detract me from the beauty of the car. 3.5-liter V6 engine puts out 295 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque through a 9-speed automatic transmission in all-wheel drive. Tow rating, 3,500 pounds. Small boat, be good. Miles per gallon gets 20 in the city. It's rated for 25 on the highway for a combined of 22. I got 23 over 334.2 miles. What I liked about it, the well-matched power-to-weight ratio and its capability. multiple levels of capability, not only for the ride and the luxury inside, but the look of the entire thing.
I liked it, yeah.
Yeah, 100% improved, thumbs up for me. Ride and handling, what I liked about it, smoothness on the highway. What could use improvement? I would like to see adjustability on the suspension. In other words, an air ride suspension. We could raise it up, bring it down on the ground.
Yeah.
We could adjust the firmness of it, that sort of thing. That would be a bonus. Base trim price, $66,100. Price is tested $69,240. Now, this is the top of the line with accessories. Base model price, if you just want to get into one of these, which, hey, it'd be worth the $49,650 to do that.
Yeah, but the 69 is the autographed edition, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. No, 66 is the autograph edition with the add-ons, $69,240.
Okay.
Competitors to this vehicle in base size and trim, Audi Q7 for $59,500. It fits right into that category. Now, you're going to say, wait a minute, Don, the Kia Telluride is not a luxury SUV. Well, that's going to be your opinion. But I will say that there are many attributes that are they coincide with each other, from the Kia Telluride to the Infiniti QX60. But the price on the Kia Telluride is $35,990. Hello?
Oh, big difference.
I would definitely take a look at that Kia Telluride. Also, the Cadillac XT5.
Now you're talking.
$43,895. But it only has 2 rows.
And that's a base, yeah.
Yeah, that's the base. So that's my review of the 2024 Infiniti QX60.
Very nice. I liked it.
It was very nice.
I liked it.
Yeah. I particularly liked the outside of it, and I liked the color. Let me see if I can tell you what the color...
I was more interested, the interior is very luxurious, elegant, so to speak. The outside is just the outside, to me.
I like the color. It's kind of a old-school throwback, medium blue, light blue.
Yeah, grayish
somewhere
blue.
in there, grayish blue, silver blue, whatever you want to call it. But classy vehicle, that's for sure. Really liked it a lot. Mr. Mars is off gallivanting around.
Yes, he is. He's looking for confirming our next guest.
Guess that
Absolutely.
confirming or
I
finding?
think a little of both.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to find him and then confirm him.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I have some recalls to tell you about this morning. And the number one that is so new that it wasn't even on automotive news.
Wow.
I had to go to Nizza to find it. Ford Motor Company recalling the 2022 to 2024 Maverick.
Yeah.
Which is the smaller of the trucks that are out there. I really like the vehicle. The body control module, or the BCM, may inadvertently deactivate one or both rear taillights. It's happened to about 36 of the vehicles, and that's why they're recalling all of these vehicles, 242,669 of them.
Quite a few.
Now understand that the recall, you don't have to take it into the dealer, was my guess. Dealers will update the BCM software, what it says. Usually in that case, they can do that over the air.
Yeah.
So it's free of charge. Owner notification letters are expected to be mailed by May 20th. So expect yours in the mail if you got one of these things.
Yeah, I did see that. That's a lot, over 200,000.
Also, the passenger airbag may tear, and the Jaguar E-Pace for 2021 through 2023 models, that's being recalled. Obviously, they'll have to recall the bag. Loss of power drive because of fuel pump failure on the Genesis G80, G90, GV70, and the GV80, 22 to 23 models. Hyundai Motor of America is recalling the Hyundai Ioniq for 2024 because of improperly tightened differential bolts. I hate that when that happens.
Differential bolts.
Driver's side airbag may deploy improperly in the Tesla Model 3 for 2024, so there's another recall for you. Loss of powering assist on the Kia Sorento for 2024. Airbag inflators may rupture on the BMW 2014 to 2015 models, 228i, 320i, 328d, 328i, 335i, 428i, 435i, M235i, M3, and M4. Do you own a BMW?
No, I don't.
There's a reason that they call it Break My Wallet.
Oh,
This one won't cost you anything, but you got to take it in, get in line, go through all the hassle of all of that. The recalls at BMW and Mercedes are absolutely ridiculous. Somebody's over there revving their engine.
That's a golf cart.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
Okay.
It's one of them fast
Well,
ones.
that's okay if that's a golf cart. I want to see them do a burnout out here in the parking lot. Rear view camera image may not display in the Jeep Grand Cherokee 2022 to 2024. Chrysler has an inoperative electronic stability control system, and the model includes the Ram ProMaster 2021. And finally, Jeep Grand Cherokee for 2023, the rear view camera image may not display.
Oh, no.
So when you're backing into your parking spot over there at the HEB, be careful and don't crash into Granny's Buick.
Well, yeah, you don't want to do that to Granny.
No, Granny will get her gun.
Granny, get your gun.
Where you been, Morris?
I've been roaming.
Well, good. I hope you brought somebody back for you to talk to.
I did.
Okay. It's all yours,
The guest
sir.
beat him here.
So yeah, he did actually. I passed him in the hall. So this is John Hardin, and he is with Creative Classics and Customs. Now, if you recall, a couple of weeks ago, we talked to his son, whose name I can't remember. Dustin. And so this is John, and he has got this awesome-looking Corvette down there, split window, 63.
Which Dustin said you were going to bring.
It's 65.
65.
So it's not a split window, Morris.
No.
63 is a split window. 65 is another car altogether. They
Apparently.
look similar.
Well, I was on a drive-by. It was a real fast drive-by, so I'm going to let John tell us all
There you go.
about
Take it away,
that.
John.
Actually, we have our display down here this week. We have 2 trucks, 2 Resto-Mod trucks, and 3 Resto-Mod cars that we have built. We have a 59 Apache, a 66 Chevrolet Nova, 65 C10.
I'm interested in the Nova. Yeah.
And a 69 Roadrunner that we just finished up about 3 weeks ago. It's
Wow.
the first time out. And then Dustin's car, my son's car, is 67 Camaro that he's been working on.
That's the one he said he was going to bring. There
That's
you
it.
go.
Yep. And the Corvette that's over here is, it's not a car that we built, but the engine, it's a Resto-Mod engine in the car that one of the companies that we work with for mechanical work, performance engines and stuff like that, G-Force Automotive, that's their display car over there.
Wow. Very cool.
Now, are they the ones that have that engine that's sitting out there?
They have the engine set up over there. They joined in with us on the booth for over here, so we've got the engine display, starts up.
Yeah, it's on an engine stand. So what kind of engine is that?
That is an 6.2 liter LT motor. Yeah.
Okay. And it'll start up and crank every once in a while. That must have been
yeah.
what we were hearing the thunder a little bit
Probably
earlier.
what
That's
you
what
heard.
that was.
That's what you heard. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's your fault.
That's our
Yeah,
fault.
yeah.
You'll take credit.
So you're located over in
Kima.
Kima.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's not too far.
No, we're about 5 minutes from here, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've been doing this now for, this is our 19th year in the automotive restoration business. We have an incredible team of body shop technicians, and then we have very good resources for like some of the mechanical work, electrical work, upholstery work that help us build these awesome cars for our customers.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
But you do a lot of it in-house.
Yes, most everything is done in-house, yes.
How long does it generally take you to start to finish to make a particular project? Not necessarily for the concourse here, but just a project in general.
Typically, we run about 9 months to a year, because every car that comes in gets completely disassembled, total. Everything
Bagged
is
and tagged and filed
everything.
and all
Everything
that.
is bagged and tagged, stripped.
Right.
We repair and restore as many original pieces as we can because that fits the car. But yeah, it's so typically 9 months to a year is pretty.
And then you've got outlets or avenues you can go to either on the internet or by word of mouth through networking. If you do need a particular part, if you cannot refabricate or restore, then you have to go out and buy.
Right.
So there are those places that you can do that.
Well, so how many restorations do you do versus resto mods?
Probably right now it's probably almost about a 60-40 split of 60 being the resto mods, because that's what everybody wants, the old car with the creature
modern
comforts.
technology.
Exactly.
That's it. I want to drive it every day, but I want it to look like something that's 50
I want
years
disc
old.
brakes. I want air conditioning.
Electronic ignition, fuel injection.
And there's companies out there that'll take a new chassis, frame, motor, tires, wheels, brakes, all the rolling part of it, and then throw like an old school 60s Corvette body on it. I mean, those are cool too.
We've actually got 2 of the vehicles that we have over here, the 2 trucks, matter of fact, are both on custom built chassis. Late model suspension, all the bells and whistles electronically, push button start.
Now, do you or Dustin build the chassis, or you bring them in, we just order them out and get a roller coming in?
We typically buy those from the chassis builders.
Gotcha.
Art Morrison,
I was about to say,
SR3, Hot Rod Shop.
Depending what your build is.
Sure, depending upon what our build is. There's no sense in us reinventing the wheel.
Exactly.
When, there's great companies out there doing that.
And plus there's time and cost involved in that too, so why not just get it packaged up and sent in? Yeah, I got you.
Where is your shop?
We are in Kemo over on Anders Lane, 2325
So
Anders
you've
Lane,
had to
Kemo.
put up with this crap on 146 all these years?
I think we talked about it.
We have avoided 146 at all costs,
Yeah.
every chance we get.
So in other words, if we wanted to get back there, call you and you'll tell us how to wind our way back there.
Well, now it's finished, so you can get to
Allegedly.
our shop. From here, you can get to our shop in about 5 minutes.
Unless there's a gas leak.
Unless there's a gas leak, then it may take you a couple days.
Yeah, a couple days.
Yeah.
Hear that?
Yeah.
See, I'm in the know, Mars.
A gas leak?
A gas leak.
Yeah.
Yeah. They put up with that earlier this week. Was it this week or last week?
Last week.
Last week. I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
darn.
Yeah.
They had it shut down for a couple days.
Wow.
They do all that construction, screw up everybody's lives for years, thank you, TxDOT. And then
Sounds a little bitter.
somebody bumps into a gas line. What? Yeah, let's shut it down another couple of days because somebody didn't use a head.
Should have called 311.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. How long have you been doing this restoration business?
We've actually been doing this for, like I said, this is our 19th year in business. Our total focus on restorations has been for about the last 13, 14 years.
So in other words, you kind of got yourself into that. Oh, he did that car, and then somebody else comes in and says, hey, you did that car. Would you do that to mine? And then one thing leads to another, and pretty soon you get pigeonholed into doing this.
And
that's
then
the way
Dustin
it
starts
started,
collecting them.
We started out, I partnered up with another gentleman at a collision shop, and I was doing custom airbrush graphics and all that. And one thing led to another, and then we got a restoration car in, we did it, and then we got another and another and another. And we had a shop full of restoration and a shop full of insurance. And it's like, okay, what's more fun and where are we making a living at?
Yeah.
So, we purposely do not do new car insurance claims, collision work. You won't find any new Toyotas, Lexus, anything like that.
Well, there's a
there,
niche for that, too. There's specific body
sure.
shops for that.
Right.
The thing we're finding now is that, the body shops don't want to do the cars that are more than about 15 years old. So the classic car restore is, if you look back 20 years, that's the 90s. So
if I were to come to you or call you on the phone and say, okay, I'm looking to buy a car, what would it be? Something that is not priced out of this world, that I could maybe do some things myself, but have you do the majority of the stuff. Like, for instance, I want you to restore the body. It's got some, whiskey dinks in it, that sort of thing. And I want to get the body looking good. Now I want to do the upholstery myself. I'm an upholsterer.
Mm-hmm.
What would be a good vehicle that you would recommend that I get to do that? Would it be a Nova? Seems to me like the price of a Nova these days is really kind of climbing
Priceless.
and that's a a really good question. An important piece of it when you're doing it like that is finding a car that there are parts out there
Yeah.
for.
Right.
The Novas are coming around where there's a lot of available stuff out there. Obviously Camaros, Mustangs, those kind of top
Old
of the
new
hill
stock,
parts. If you don't mind spending a little bit more money for the same thing, go Mopar. But you can restore a Camaro, or a Mustang or something like that for usually considerably less than.
So
a
if I
Mopar.
wanted an '80s Camaro and I wanted to turn it into a resto mod, I don't want to over horsepower it. I don't want to do the chassis stuff. I want a nice LS engine with say 300 to 400 horsepower. Stick it under the hood. I want a nice looking paint job. I want it to ride nice, which it basically does.
Sure.
And
Air
I want it
conditioning. Air conditioning.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
of course, I definitely have to have that here. I don't want some fancy. I want a nice driver that I can take to the Cruise Inn on Saturday and drive it on the hot rod tour of Texas, put it in the garage, and take it out on nice days.
Sure. That's we do those as well as the show car.
Right.
Put them on a trailer
Yeah.
level.
I don't. I've been there, done that. I don't want to do that again.
No, it's people tell me all the time. Well, they come in and talk about wanting to restore a car. It's like I'm not looking for a show car, and I tell them it's like, unfortunately or fortunately, how you want to look at it, the result of doing a build right, whether it's ground up rotisserie or just disassembling, stripping the outside of a car, when they're
Fixing
done
what's
right,
bad. Yeah.
the result
good.
is you have a show quality car.
That's correct.
But the degree of restoration, it's all about what does the car need, what is the customer looking for.
Yeah. And how
we-
much money you got to spend?
It's the main
How
thing.
much money you got to spend?
Do you do any restorations that, hey, look, I want to work on the paint job first, but so let's straighten out all the whiskey dents that are in it. Let's get the front and back of it looking good and the window glass rolled up. I can drive it like that for a little while. Then I want to eventually bring it back to you now that we've done the majority of the body work, and I want to get a paint job. Do you have anybody like
Sounds
that
like
that
he's
walks
building
in?
a car, Mike.
Shut up. I am.
I get those kind of questions from time to time.
And your answer is?
I would not do that.
Why not?
I put the car in primer, get everything sealed up all nice.
And now I'm going to drive it and get it all dirty?
And then you're going to spill oil and brake fluid and armor all and who
A
knows
road
whatever
tar
else.
going to come up.
Exactly. So when you bring it back, I'm basically working on a very contaminated, surface.
Sure.
Now we have, in fact, the Black Nova over here is a good example of. We got the car in, we got the body itself in paint, gave it back to the customer because him and his buddies were doing the engine, mechanical, electrical. They got the engine, suspension, all the car running, brought it back to us. We finished up the doors, fenders, hood assembly, and all that. So, yeah, even when we're, we have some customers that want to do that, and have customers come in and say, if you'll get it all painted, I'll put it back together, And we typically do all the sheet metal install for alignment and fit and all that. But it's not uncommon to have a customer say, hey, I want to put the bumpers and the emblems. And
I want to do a little bit.
Sure.
I'm interested in, do you have inventory so somebody walks in and says, you know what, how much you want for that? Do you have that kind of facility where you can sell something?
No.
Maybe his Camaro?
No.
See, that's where we were going with this. I knew that there was some underlying factor.
Or the
here.
Nova?
Yeah, something like that.
Everything
Thank you.
has a price except that Camaro.
I got
Okay,
you.
well, I use that as an example because he's standing
Sure.
right there. But
Thank
no, you don't have anything like a showroom or...
No. That's a very risky venture in one way. To build the resto mods takes a lot to get there. Hopefully you can, if you're going to flip it, get a lot for it. But the risk versus reward there is
Yeah, I
not
know.
something
Yeah, yeah.
we're willing
Plus,
to
how
do.
long will it
Understood.
take
Thank you very
to do
much
that
for
flip?
dropping by. We really appreciate talking to
We
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for
and,
the interest.
Yep, and we hope to see you again soon. We're
All
going
right.
to come down there and look at your
Appreciate.
stuff.
I want to go see the Nova.
Thanks.
Exactly.
I'm going to test
Thank
drive
you.
it at 4:00.
Hey, the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts, they're available from your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In-Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th annual Keels Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking, and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In-Wheel Time will be there, too. We'll see you there.
Thank you so much. Hey, welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Got a little distracted there. Sorry about that. We've got another break coming up, but I didn't want to squeeze this. What's this story here? A YouTuber who totaled a brand new GMC Hummer EV in 2022 went viral last week for an even more expensive crash.
What?
After a bystander's video showed him slamming a $1.3 million McLaren into a Lexus dealership in L.A.
Nice.
Edmund Barsegian posted a video April 24th on his YouTube channel under the username Mondi about his purchase of what he said was the only one-of-one Kiwi edition McLaren Senna in the world, in the galaxy, in the universe, end quote. He described the 789 horsepower supercar as legit scary fast.
Duh.
A video that began spreading April 29th on Reddit showed the same green Senna doing a donut on Ventura Boulevard, then speeding up and veering into Lexus of Woodland Hills. Barsegian, after initially asking the person who posted the video to take it down because I don't want insurance to see it, later confirmed on his Instagram page that he was behind the wheel. Quote, "The one thing I'm most upset about is that it happened on a public road," he wrote, "especially considering I'd picked it up the night before from Raceworks with upgraded brake, suspension, wheels, and slicks.
Obviously, that
I'm
didn't
glad
work.
it went wrong at 40 miles an hour as opposed to 150 plus at the track," end quote. Barsegian, the founder and CEO of fast food chain Houston, Texas Hot Chicken, told Road and Track in November of 22 that he totaled his Hummer EV with 9 miles on the odometer by hitting a dip in a dirt path and causing $78,000 in damage to the frame, body, and shocks. Quote, I'm actually happy I totaled the car because I total a car every 5 years, Barsegian said at the time. I'm glad I've met my quota on this car rather than one of my supercars. So basically all of my supercars are safe for the next 5 years.
Oh, you give my insurance agents a name and maybe get a cut of that.
Way to go, moron. Mm-hmm. There you go. All right. Time now for another quick break. You're on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show, coming to you live today from Keels and Wheels. We're streaming and podcasting around the planet. Look for us on your favorite podcast provider.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its Car Talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.